We are live-a-roo. Live-a-roo. Did I just say live-a-roo? You guys gotta stop me. How do I have any followers? Oh. Alright. Let's see here. Should I turn another light on or are we good? Y'all can see me. Y'all can see. Boom. Don't really know what we're going to talk about today. I made a handful of TikToks. We could react to some of those. We could talk about, I want to talk about the concept of juristocracy. It's like a political science topic that I actually think is useful. Sorry, I just got a text from a buddy. Good thing we don't have anyone in the chat yet. So today's Monday Funday. So I'll take pretty much any request from the chat to watch videos. Just don't send me like a 1-hour lecture. Unless it's a 1-hour lecture and you're like, skip to 20 minutes in to watch something. Seems like your sound alerts browser is offline. No way. I don't think it is. I think it's probably online. I added some new things to my Stream Deck. So this thing is so cool. I can put I have hotkeys and then there's an LCD screen on every key. So I have like gaming, there's like a picture of a PS4 controller. I can click it and switch to the gaming POV. Thank you for the follow. And then I now have a record button, so I've been making Twitch highlights and just downloading them, but I might start recording stuff straight from Streamlabs if that's easier. I don't know. We'll see. I wrote the script for a video essay discussing the Gray Zone article about PhilosophyTube and what's wrong with it. Trying to film tonight. Oh, I will definitely check that out, and I will potentially watch that on stream. So excited for that, and good work. I appreciate someone taking the time to like systematize and lay out an argument. Rather than just attacking the character of the authors who wrote that article, which is what a lot of what I've seen on Twitter has been. Nice Stream Deck. Thank you. Yo, Eddie, let me know when you're ready to take over the U.S. with me. All right, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's run it for the proletariat. Come on. Yo, I got a question. All right, I'll hopefully have an answer. That's how you get kidnapped by the feds, Elijah. No kidding. They could try it. You're too confident, Elijah. Edward, how are you? How are you, comrade? I'm good, Northwestern Socialist. How are you? How are you? Jammies BT, would you have any interest in being a moderator? I might make you a mod because you are here a lot. And we always need more. Always could use more filtering out of the reactionaries. How did you tell your friends you are a Marxist and how did they react? I mean, it's pretty easy for me, you know, because I make the TikTok videos so everyone knows about that, but pretty much everyone has reacted positively. I haven't had to like cut anyone out of my life who I didn't already dislike. And I, you know, even right-wing people they're generally the kind of people who are just like my conservatives in the Midwest where I live. If I'm friends with them, they're generally the kind of people who are like, you know, I like to listen to what you have to say. You know, I disagree, but I like hearing the different perspective. So I heard that from one of my buddies the other week, and he was saying he was on TikTok and he actually saw someone responding to me, like making fun of me. But his response to that was like, "Oh wow, like Eddie's really actually big, because he's attracting people who are responding to him." So that was really cool. That was cool. And yeah, and obviously, I tell all my friends what I believe in. When you explain Marxism and what it actually is, it makes sense to a lot of people, and a lot of my friends have become, at the very least, progressives. Thank you for the highlighted message. Yo, Eddie. Yo, Zybero. There's a few jabs at Max Blumenthal because I'm a bad person and I think being mean is funny, but it's mostly substantiated discussion. That's alright. No, if I were to make a video about it, I'm sure I would throw some jabs at Abigail Thorne Philosophy Tube, because it's a video essay. It's a YouTube video. You got to keep it entertaining and you got to keep it funny, and it does involve certain strong personalities. So, any good colleges I should look into? I've been accepted for Marquette, but also looking into Beloit. I mean, it all depends on the professors, Obviously, I think a small school is better because you can get more direct communication with your professors, and you can work within a smaller classroom where there's more discussion rather than these giant lecture halls. Thank you for the follow, Tyler Love 23. You know what I mean? So, like, rather than sitting in a lecture hall of 400 people, you're sitting in a classroom of like 23 people, and your professor is going to give you office hours where he's in his office just to help you. Like, you can go talk with them. So that was really nice for me. And, like, that's actually how I got into Marxism in the first place. Was one of my politics professors. I just went into his office and was like, what can I do to help make our political system and economic system less horrible? And eventually I became a communist. One sec. I'm opening Stream Manager on my phone. Yo, Eddie, I've recently read about Paul Robeson. He is amazing. Yes, he is amazing. Have people seen his appearance at the HUAC, or in front of the House of Un-American Activities Committee? Basically, this government anti-communist arm during the Red Scare. There's a reenactment of it, or a rereading of it, that's on YouTube. Hold on. I'll try and find it. The testimony of Paul Robeson before the House Committee on Un-American Activities, which, like I said, was just an anti-communist arm of the State Department during the Red Scare. And Paul Robeson gave like this super articulate speech and basically destroyed the HUAC committee. We've reacted to this before. I did one reaction video to it, I know, and got all hyped up listening to him destroy like the anti-communist government officials. Anti-communist and racist, right? Like this was like, it's a you see the combination of like the racism from the capitalist state apparatus, combined with the anti-communism. So they're treating him like crap and attacking him for being a communist on top of attacking him for his skin color. So it shows how much courage these communists had when they were fighting the civil rights struggle as well as the socialist struggle. Truly incredible, if I do say so myself. What are your thoughts on the dictatorship in Brazil in the 60s? Both my parents lived through it, and my dad has some positive views on it, despite him telling me where he grew up and there was a lack of healthcare access and horrible conditions in general. He has Stockholm Syndrome. I don't know much about Brazilian history, honestly. When it comes to Latin American countries, Brazil is probably the country I know least about, but I know it's had a long history of having basically what you said, right-wing dictatorships, or U.S.-backed, imperialist-backed dictatorships. So I mean, it's something I have to look into more, most definitely, before I give my comments on it. But it's an interesting story about your parents. I'd like to hear more about that for sure. Eddie, I'm the British guy, by the way. Just wanted to let you know. I know. I remember you, Northwestern Socialist. I remember you're from Northwestern United Kingdom. Beloit is intriguing because I think it's rated as the most diverse college in the U.S. Oh, that's cool. First time chat from Tyler Love. Yeah, similar for me. One of my professors is definitely the reason why I'm a communist now. Yeah, a lot of people get into it through academia for sure, which is okay. You know, we want to reach the masses. We want to get more working class people involved, not just college students and stuff. But you know, a lot of people come to it through academia, which is nothing wrong with that. Also, not sure if it's for everyone, but your stream seems to be skipping a bit. That's not good. I don't know. I'll try and fix that. Do you guys think meth is a hard drug? Apparently, Destiny doesn't. What? Yes, it's a hard drug, but I mean, they can literally prescribe methamphetamines for weight loss and for ADD. And I take. I'm gonna go fill my ADD med subscription today, and like, it's basically meth. Like I don't know, I could take that stuff and I can focus for like 14 hours straight. It is insane. Um, so who knows? Tanky Gang. Was this during the McCarthy era? The Paul Robeson's testimony? Yes, it was in 1956. So at the height of McCarthyism. I always being up China because I'm autistic and SWCC is one of my special interests. This video is pretty long, but I thought it was very enlightening. Okay. Oh yes, I've seen this video. Yeah, there's some good clips in that video. What do you think of the new president in Chile? Chile, Gabriel Boric. Um, I'm glad he won, especially because he was running against a far right sort of character. Who would have taken the country in the opposite direction that it needs to go. And Boric is a progressive. He said if Chile was the beginning of neoliberalism, it will also be its grave. Which he's referring to the dictatorship of Augusto Pinochet, which was put in power and backed by the CIA, the United States, as well as the United Kingdom, Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan. Put Pinochet in power and allowed Milton Friedman and the Chicago Boys, these right-wing economists, trickle-down neoliberal economists, to be the economic advisors to Chile. Sold off all the state-run industries and dismantled social programs, including school milk programs. Um, so basically, ended up being the laboratory, um, the a laboratory for neoliberalism and for where these right wing economists got a country of their own to test out their theory. And of course they claimed it was a great success because corporations massively increased their profits off of all of this, but for the people of Chile it was a human rights disaster. There was literally, oh, thank you for the subscription, Buckethead, appreciate it. There was literally 20 to 30% unemployment. As we said, school milk programs were taken away. Malnutrition increased. The overall age and overall height of people decreased because they didn't have enough to eat anymore. Education decreased. Basically, everything got better for the richest of society, but got worse for the working masses of society. So the fact that they've gone from that to now electing a progressive socialist is good. But of course, Gabriel Boric also said he's against Cuba and against Venezuela and I believe China as well, and dismissed them as like the stream cut out. Are we back? Yeah, boy. Thank you for the cheers and all the follows. Okay, it looked like the stream cut out, but we're back. And it's better for Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua to have a left winger in power in Chile than a right winger who's going to help the U.S. destabilize them. But obviously, Boric condemning those countries as dictatorships, repeating the narrative of the U.S. State Department and of the imperialists is concerning, and it is very not good. And he should not do that. And no movement is perfect. So, did you know that ICE still has raided any Trump properties or brought charges against the companies? ICE is giving Trump a pass on continuing to hire undocumented workers. Oh. Well, I guess that's all right. It's better for the undocumented workers, so. Professor Flowers has a nice set of video that demonstrates what a shithead Vosh is. He's self-obsessed, only cares about looking good and making others look worse than him. For sure, there are a lot of good videos showing what a shithead Vosh is. I mean, the dude is just not a good guy. He's the epitome of a self-centered, egotistical, middle-class, fake, synthetic socialist. Have you seen the film Vice? It's about Dick Cheney. It's by Adam McKay, the same guy who made Don't Look Up. No, I haven't, but Dick Cheney is terrible. Welcome back, Eddie. Are we all back? Is everyone back? Because my stream manager says we have 0 viewers. He is a piece of shit. Who, Vosh or Dick Cheney? We here? Alright. My stream manager must be lying to me. Are y'all watching from YouTube or Twitch? Just curious. Just curious where you're all at. Alright, now we're back up. You have 20... Okay, sweet. Twitch? Most people watching on Twitch? Cool. Cool. I like Twitch. Eddie, are you going to stream playing games? Yes. I usually do it with my roommates, and we all just hang out. And then I'll keep the chat on my phone, and then I'll answer political questions that people have. But it's also just us playing the game UFC 4. So it's really fun. Yeah. Are you from Florida? Wisconsin. Originally. Now I live in Iowa, but work in Wisconsin. Eddie is from your dreams. Yes. I'm Freddy Krueger. What do you think of Bad Empanada? I have never been a fan of that person. And recently they've become kind of unhinged on Twitter, and I'm not surprised. Like, they made a lot of bad videos, but their video about Che is really, really good, actually. Che, A Revolutionary Life. But most of their videos are, like, sort of breadtube-ish, like, anti-China stuff. Like, in one of his videos, he quoted Michael Parenti from, like, the 90s to talk about the return of neoliberalism in China and dismiss China as just an authoritarian dictatorship that can't be considered socialist. And it's like, how are you using a quote by Parenti from, like, the 90s to talk about modern-day China? So much has changed in 25 years, and, they've gone away from liberalism. Not that it ever was a return to neoliberalism, in China. They just opened up parts of their economy to specific investment zones and tried to control Western capital with the centralized party. And use Western capital to raise their people out of poverty using various methods, like having party cadres who are in charge of various geographical areas in China and making sure all those people have Wi-Fi, electricity, and all these other things. dismiss that because of a Parenti quote from the 90s, like kind of disparaging about China. And it's like that is so taking Parenti out of context and placing him in, a debate where what he was arguing doesn't even belong, and Parenti can't defend himself now because he's 88 years old. Like, sanctions is. Stream keeps going down. What the hell? That's pissing me off. U.S. internet be like, no kidding. One sec. Let me go ask. Let me go tell my roommates to turn the Wi-Fi off their phones. Hey, can you guys turn the Wi-Fi off on your phones? My stream keeps crashing. I think it might be because of the snow, y'all. Oh, we got a lot of viewers now. Dang. TurboTax. We must nationalize internet. Yes, we must. Am I back? Why can't you hear? That makes no fucking sense.